Hi Pisces, welcome to your general collective reading for the week. Pickle. Mr. Pickle has been trying to get into every video, Pisces, so he might try to make an appearance. You stay right there, Mr. Pickle. He's a dill pickle. Anyway, this is going to be for you, Pisces. If you are here and you are a cross-watcher, you're more than welcome. If you come across as a different time and time stamped, it is meant for you when it comes your way. If you are here as a sun sign Pisces and it does not resonate, check out your chart. Whatever's going on astrologically this time might be affecting you more than your Pisces placement. I rolled the dice. You guys were third this week. So let's see what we got for my Pisces people. I heard independence and striking out on your own. Maybe that's why Mr. Pickle tried to get into the video, because cats are all about being independent, doing their own thing. You do not own a cat. You have a cat. They do not follow demands. I heard social creature. You might be very social this week, Pisces, or feel the need to be social. I think you should engage in that. You might have gone through a period of being reclusive, falling back, but now you're feeling the need to just be social. I'm also getting very vibrant. Your aura is very vibrant right now. Your personality is very vibrant. I'm also hearing kindness. Lots of different messages flooding through as I shuffle today. Okay. What do we have for our Pisces people? I'm seeing Mount Everest. Someone is a climber. Someone actually likes to actively climb different peaks. It could be metaphorical, climbing a mountain. And I'm hearing Miley Cyrus. That one song. Everybody's... The Climb by Miley Cyrus. I'm hearing that. Might be a favorite song of yours, or you might like Miley Cyrus. But I am getting something that actually does climb different mountains. Whoever this is also climbed a mountain in Peru. I forget the name. They're telling it to me, but for some reason I can't pronounce it. Hiroshima? Something like that. I'm getting a thrill seeker, an adrenaline junkie. High altitude. They're telling me high altitude. I feel like someone's actually preparing their body for a high altitude. You might be in the Marines or a SEAL, or if you're in a different country, one of your higher ranking combat forces. Feels like someone's in intensive training for something. The walls are closing in. I just heard the walls are closing in on somebody. The walls are closing in on somebody. Might be claustrophobia, but now they're showing me the movie Saw and her trap house. They're like spikes are on both sides of the wall and the walls are closing in. You watching a lot of horror movies? If you're watching this within timestamp, it is Halloween season. So you watching a lot of horror movies or something? Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Pentacles. I hear financial struggles. Financial struggles. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Moon card, which is Cancer's major arcana. Also yours, Pisces. I heard there's beauty in the struggle. There's gratefulness in the struggle. If you guys are struggling right now financially, with health, with anything in your 3D life, because pentacles are what we can taste, touch, smell, feel, hear, there's beauty in your struggle. There's a renewal in your struggle. I'm also getting Pisces. Some of you guys are working through the subconscious poverty consciousness, scarcity mindset. Some of you guys that grew up in lower income houses. I heard lower income housing, but lower incomes, not the high sorority life. I heard Miller Lite. Interesting. I heard Miller Lite. But some of you guys grew up poor or grew up with less than, and that has stuck with you almost too much. So that can go one of two ways. Either you overspend and need a lot of name brand things, need the most expensive things because you didn't have that growing up. I heard mocked. Some of you guys were mocked. Or you feel like you got to penny pinch everything even though you have the funds, to the point where some of the necessities you don't even buy because it's like, no, I might need that $5.99 down the road, even though you have $15,000 in your savings. Something like that is what I'm getting. You guys are working through some childhood money wounds. Working through childhood money wounds. If you watch your parents live paycheck to paycheck, you might have this scarcity mindset of, I need to save, and not spend a dime. But this is saying, hey, that's a little bit of a childhood wound poking through, Pisces. You can indulge sometimes. You can buy something you like because you want it, not because you need it. Spoiling yourself. I'm getting somebody who has some wounding in regards to their childhood. It is a subconscious thought. It is a subconscious wound. So I feel like you're not very aware or self-aware or consciously aware, whatever you want to call it, of you operating out of a money wound, out of poverty consciousness, scarcity mindset. There was a point in time for the Pisces I'm talking to where there was hardly any money for food, hardly any money for bills, hardly any money for housing. And it feels like whoever was taking care of you was the one that was struggling, and you adopted some of those traits when you're not struggling. Or you struggle because you adopted some of those traits. It feels like you're working through a subconscious money wound. I am getting manifestation blockages. So if you're going through any manifestation blockages, I feel like it's this scarcity mindset, this poverty consciousness of, I don't ever want to struggle how I did struggle when I was little. I don't ever want to be in my parents' position. I don't ever be in my guardian's position. I don't ever want to be in the position where I'm struggling to house myself, pay my bills, feed myself. But it's almost consumed you on a subconscious level of how you view money, how you view resources, and it's halting and stunting your manifestations. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Eight of Cups. So this is that necessary pause. Pisces, you're out here twice. This is very much your energy. This is you working through these subconscious scarcity mindset wounds. And the Eight of Cups is the decision to go deep and figure this out. Why can't I manifest what I want? Why can't I figure out money? Why can't I get myself to buy something I really like and really enjoy? What has happened to you, Pisces, that got you to the point where you are deathly afraid of reverting back to a time where you were in the struggle? When someone who raised you was in the struggle and you were just collateral damage in that. A lot of the Pisces I'm talking to may have broke some glass ceilings. A lot of people that are born into certain social classes don't leave that social class because our nature versus nurture takes over. Our nature is to fight and survive. Our nurture is how we look at that. So if you're born into a higher economic status, you see money differently. It's easier to manifest because it's abundant. It's always there. You always have food. You always have your bills paid. You can go to extracurriculars. You can buy the latest and newest trends. But when you grow up in a lower class, whether it's poverty level, lower middle class, pickle. When you grow up in those classes, you adopt that wound. And sometimes we enable the same habits and we carry on that generational wounding. Sometimes we don't even realize why we don't allow ourselves to indulge. It's like, I have to have enough to fall back on because what if? Because I've been in a situation where I was lacking what I needed. Now, this is a pause for you to figure that out. A necessary pause. A healing pause to look at your own life. What have you gone through, Pisces, that makes you feel like if you don't oversave, or if your money habits aren't good, what has made you adopt those habits? I feel like there's a lot of childhood wounding that you're working through, Pisces, or if that's going to be presented to you in some way, where it's like, okay, that's the issue. I saw my parents do that. I watched my grandparents struggle. I watched my guardians struggle. If you were in the foster care system, you never had any stability, right? You were owned by the state that you were in. If you're in an orphanage in a different country, I'm not sure how money works there and the disbursement of resources, but you were always lacking. And now there's this constant fear of once upon a time, I'm going to lack again. But you're not lacking. It feels like you could be in a self-fulfilling prophecy where I'm worried I'm going to lack. I'm worried I'm going to lack. And then all of a sudden you're lacking because it's the manifestation of lack. This is how manifestation works, guys. The universe is not biased. Energy is not biased. Energy does not know Pisces struggled all their life to let them not struggle anymore. Pisces, the universe only knows Pisces energy. So Pisces energy is lacking. They're going to keep getting situations where they have less than what they need, or they're still in a state of lack. But if Pisces changes their energy to free-flowing, abundant, I got this, the universe sends you those opportunities, sends you situations where you are abundant. Easier said than done, especially if your back's against the wall, if you have people depending on you financially, if you have children, if you have to make rent and all these bills, different story. But it's still part of your story as to why you're in that state of lack. Now, the King of Pentacles feels like your potential or where you're actually at. But it feels like a lot of potential here. You could get to a King of Pentacles status. Now, King of Pentacles is somebody who leaves inheritance behind, who leaves money and things in their will, who owns properties, who has invested in stocks, who has, a lot under their belt in regards to 3D financial assets, money, monetary things. You can be that, you can have that, or if you are that, it feels like you're either stingy with your money or you're blocking your manifestations from getting to this point because of that poverty consciousness, because of that lack mentality. And there's something that you're working through this week in regards to that. Now, this is a decision to go deep because some of you guys are going to have to revisit some things, some wounds, some memories. I heard the cold, hard truth. Some of you guys have to face the cold, hard truth this week in regards to your Five of Pentacles energy. Whether or not you're actually a King of Pentacles, you got a Five of Pentacles mindset. You could have all the money in the world and be willing it away when you die, but you're still going to penny pinch. You're still going to let yourself miss out on things because you don't feel like you can spend the money because of that lack mentality that is lingering in your subconscious, okay? Let's grab an animal oracle card for you, Pisces. I keep seeing the penguin as I shuffled. Shut up. Here it is, the puffin, the penguin. Spirit's weird. Partnership is the name of the game here. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. Feel confident about where you come from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. For those of you that struggled when you were alone or struggled alone as a child, some of you guys have a hard time asking for help. Some of you guys have to learn to ask for help. There will be people that will help you. Not everybody's going to be who you asked for help as a kid and didn't help you. Okay? I love you so very much, Pisces. Have a good week this week. Be kind to people. Drink your water. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell on the side. It will alert you when readings are posted. If you do want a personal, everything is down below for you to book one. And I love you. Have a good one.